Here we are back in Mitchell County, North Carolina. We are helping some folks we know clear a house lot. We're going to do some grading work here, and first step is to get in here and get these trees out of the way. We're wanting to open up the view. There's pretty nice views of the mountains, and we're going to get the trees cleared out of the way and burn the brush. Right now I'm moving some stumps out of the way just so I can get over closer to the trees that I'm going to be pushing over, getting this out of the way. These are some trees we'd already cleared earlier. And I was going to show you how we use the John Deere 120 excavator to knock these trees over. A lot of times when we're clearing land, we'll push the trees over with a trackhoe instead of cutting them down. It just makes the stumps a little bit easier to get out. It's not that hard to dig them if you do have to cut them, but where we can, we like to push them over and then saw the stumps off of them. So this is us going up to the first tree. It's a poplar tree, and it's a pretty good tree. We'll make something out of the logs. Johnny here is sitting on some of the logs we've already cut up. This poplar tree goes over pretty easy. If you can get 15 foot up on a tree, it gets a lot of leverage with this trackhoe. Even though it's not a real big excavator, it's really powerful when it comes to this. Push this poplar tree just right over. Now that it's safely on the ground, Johnny's going to go down here and start cutting the stump off. He's got his axe with him and his chainsaw. Takes that axe to clean any dirt off the log that might have come from that stump. And while he's doing that, I go up in front of him and maybe break off a few limbs off the tree, just trying to help him out, see if he needs any help, making sure he gets the stump cut off safely. A lot of times the stumps are in a bind where they're going to try to roll over on you when you're cutting the tree, so sometimes I'll take my bucket on my excavator and park it against the stump so that the stump won't roll. But in this case here, I just have pushed it over and left those roots holding on to one side. The stump doesn't have anywhere to go. You see Johnny chopping away with his axe, getting some of the dirt off of it. Really pretty view from right here. Looking kind of northwest. Charlie Woody Mountain is the high peak that you see in the distance, kind of to the center left of the screen there. Now it's kind of right dead in the center. Looking back to the right, you're looking back towards Dillon, back towards Bailey's Peak. There it is back in that way. This is the Grassy Creek community. Some really nice little farms around. While Johnny's cutting on this stump, I go ahead to the next tree, and it's a little red oak tree. I go ahead and I break some of the roots off from around the ground a bit, just to make it a little easier to push over. Sometimes if you push on a tree and it won't push over, you can dig some of the roots out, one or two sides of it, and then it'll loosen up where you can push it. Oak trees sometimes can be harder. Seems like poplar stumps are harder to get out of the ground if you cut them than an oak tree is. But seems like sometimes oak trees are harder to push over for some reason. Now Johnny's got the stump completely cut off that tree, and he's going to be coming back out of the way here just in a minute. And I'll knock the next tree over. Johnny got his axe. He looked at me, seen that I was ready to move the tree, and was chopping something out of his way. It might have been a little piece of bark left holding on that log. Now that Johnny's safely out of the way, reposition the trackhoe where I can push straight on it. Bucket up good and high and put the pressure to it. Getting go over on the first push, so I had to go ahead and get a little bit lower and push again. And there it goes. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to subscribe to Tim's channel.